Note to self, don't be gay in Indiana. Big heads up.
Hello, everybody. It's time for another episode of Memory of Magnet with Amanda DeLalla. I'm Amanda DeLalla. You know that already. So let's get right into it. We have recorded over 5 episodes at this point, which is kind of exciting for me anyway. So I hope you continue to enjoy the content. Without further ado, let's go. What magnet will I pull today? Or this time around, as it were. I was hoping this one would come up soon. God, am I ready to tell this story? I certainly hope so, because it's a long story and it feels really good to tell it. That was my cell phone that I forgot to put on vibrate. God, what a mood killer. Anyway, Nice Work If You Can Get It is a new musical comedy using the classic songs of George and Ira Gershwin, who are some of my favorite musical theater writers of all time, right up there with Sondheim and Rodgers and Hammerstein. It played the Imperial Theater during the 2011 to 2012 season. And it came around at kind of a weird time in my life. I was sort of having a vocational crisis, if you will. It's fitting that the song that plays at the beginning of this episode is Just Breathe, because I have to remember to do that here. And I wasn't sure kind of what I wanted to do with my life. I knew I still loved the theater. I had been involved in it all through high school, but I was in college and some bad things were going on. And I didn't really know where I belonged or if I should want what I wanted to have. So I went with my stepmother to see Nice Work If You Can Get It on Broadway. And there was this one actor in the show who was up there playing the kind of character that I would play and being absolutely adored for it. And the audience loved her and she was just so good. And that person, who you may know from a prior episode, was Tony Award winner Ms. Judy Kaye. And I remember walking out of the theater and kind of being reaffirmed, if you will, that this is what I want to do. This is what I was meant to do, was pursue my dream of having a career in the theater. So in short, Judy's performance kind of changed my life. And I crossed paths with her later that year, in part because I wanted to tell her that she changed my life. And it kind of went wonderful because me and her have stayed in touch, and she is so wonderfully supportive of somebody like me who is at the beginning of her career and trying to make it, and is so passionate about this industry. And I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing and pursuing this dream that I think is my self-actualization, to get all Maslow on you, if it weren't for Ms. K that night. And I am forever grateful to her. And anyway, I get very emotional when I talk about this, but other aspects of Nice Work If You Can Get It were absolutely spectacular as well. The chorus was out of this world. They could dance and sing like nobody's business. Kelly O'Hara, who I've seen in a few shows, was marvelous as the leading lady, and Ferris Bueller himself, Mr. Matthew Broderick, played the lead role of Jimmy Winter. I actually ran into him at the stage door that day and got my photo taken with him, which was very exciting. He was really nice, actually. He took photos and signed playbills for everybody who was hanging around afterward. Judy's opposite partner in that show was Michael McGraw, and both of them won Tony Awards that year for their performances, and absolutely deservedly so. They played off each other so well, and he was hysterical and warm and likable, and I always try to follow him whenever he's doing a new production of something. Here's a fun fact that you may not know. Chris Sullivan was in this show, and he has since gone on to a very successful film and TV career, having appeared in movies like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and also This Is Us on television. So he's done pretty well for himself. So I'm glad I got to see him in Nice Work If You Can Get It, before he went on to these crazy things. But in any case, I just kind of want to say that if somebody inspires you or affects you in such a way when it comes to your dream, tell them, because you never know where it will lead. I mean, if you had and if you ever get a chance to see a production or be in a production of Nice Work If You Can Get It, do it for yourself, but do it for people like me who wish they could see that show again with its original cast, and or be in it someday. I would love to play the role of Estonia Dolworth and swing from a chandelier. And someday maybe I will. But in the meantime, I will hold on to these extraordinary memories, and I thank you for bearing with me as I relay them to you tonight. And I hope you have a great night.